Alright, welcome back to the Game Smash Podcast. As always, I'm your host, William Liberty, and with me is...
Fawaz Muhammad Yusuf.
And today we got a big podcast, lots of stuff. We got PlayStation Plus and Games with Gold. We got Rainbow Six Siege delayed. We got Etre, some more gameplay and whatnot. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, explaining the boss fights. Street Fighter 5's Mika. MGS getting glowing reviews already. Until Dawn getting actually pretty good reviews. And then XCOM 2 Welcome to the Avenger trailer. And so I'm super excited. This good week. But let's talk about what we played this week. Basically, me, Hearthstone. I did buy a bunch of packs to get my hands on the new cards.
Oh,
and
nice.
I started building an Inspire themed deck, and I really like Inspire. I think Inspire's really interesting. I like just overall the theme of the new cards. They're all pretty interesting, and there's going to be a lot newer combinations. Like I was able to build a really interesting. I'm trying to remember what's the guy that you summon as a paladin.
The dude?
Yeah, the little dudes. The one.
Yeah, that's what we just called it.
The Silver Hands.
Silver Hand Recruits. Yeah,
because I've made a Silver Hand Recruit deck based around the new cards, because there's a lot more combos about summoning Silver Hands and then buffing them and whatnot. So,
okay.
I've been having a lot of fun with that. I only got one legendary so far, and it's kind of an okay legendary.
Sky Captain Crack.
No, shit, yeah, it's the pirate one.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, you poor thing. You poor thing.
I was just like, come on. It's like, out of all the cards I could have gotten, I had to get the pirate one. I did make a pirate deck, though, and it's kind of fun in a weird way, but honestly, I would have... There are some way insane cards. Like, there's ones that are like, use your hero power as many times as you want. There's other legendaries, I think, that like double things and whatnot. Oh, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun, and hopefully I get my hands on some more cards. But what you been playing for, Waz?
Well, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I've mostly been playing Hearthstone as well. I'm trying to hit Legend this month, so I'm at rank 3. So that's the highest I've ever gotten on ladder. I'm almost there. I made a couple of dragon decks, but then I went on ladder and I just picked my old shit. My handlock decks, my giant warlock deck. But in the interest of variety, I've also been playing Tomb Raider and the Temple of Osiris.
Oh, okay.
That game is fun. That game is so much fun. I like. So I don't know if have you ever played it before?
I've seen gameplay footage of it, but I've never gotten my hands on it.
Yeah, it's very, very cooperative. So like my character, I play Lara Croft. So she's got a grappling hook, right?
Right.
So, but my friend, he's playing the Son of Osiris or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So he's got this ability where he forms like a shield around himself. So what happens is I can say there's a pit that we gotta get over. I can fire my grappling hook, and then he can climb on the rope and walk across it, right?
Right.
Yeah, or if there's a ledge we need to reach, he can form that shield, and then I can climb on top of the shield and use that to reach the ledge. What's really funny though is that I can let go of my grappling hook while he's climbing over the pit, right?
Right.
So yeah, I was talking. Me and my friend were playing together. And then, I fire off the hook, he's walking across it, and then he says something, I can't remember what he said, but he said something disrespectful. So I was like, are you really going to say that to the guy who has the grappling hook out? Screw you. I just let it go. And he went straight into the bottom.
This is why I don't play co-op games with Fawaz. I can't trust him.
Or you can, if there's something you want to reach, you can, you can fire the grappling hook and your friend can hold on, and then he'll rappel down to reach it. And it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. I haven't played it that much because I'm really trying to hit Legend before the month is over. And with me, moving next month.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be busy towards the end of this month, so I'm really trying to put my time towards hitting Legend in
Yeah, yeah,
Hearthstone. But the game is actually a lot of fun. It's free. It's free on PlayStation Plus, and I don't know if it's on PS3 as well, but I know it's on PS4. So it's free on PlayStation Plus. So you know y'all can check it
Yeah,
out.
check it out.
I definitely recommend it.
Yeah. Well, check it out. Yeah, it's always nice to see good Tomb Raider games because there's a long time where we didn't have any good Tomb Raider games. But moving on, let's get into some news. So we got PlayStation Plus games and games with gold. So take it away for us.
Okay. One sec. I'm actually not prepared right now.
For us.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
So for PlayStation Plus this month, this was the first month with the whole what's this thing called? Votes to play
Right.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner was Grow Home, the only game I did not want to win. So, yay me! So we got Grow Home for the PS4. Super Time Force Ultra, which can be abbreviated as STFU. Just a little bit of trivia for you right there. But yeah, Super Time Force Ultra. That's the one I'm really excited for this month.
Yes.
It's like a side-scrolling Contra type shoot 'em up where you can like do a bunch of actions with a character, then go back in time and then switch to another character. But as you're playing through that section, the first actions that you perform are still happening. So it's crazy. Super Time Force Ultra, some random game called Zeo Drifter, a bunch of games I don't really recognize, and Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal is coming for the PS3 this month, which looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The game I'm looking forward to this month is Super Time Force Ultra. I'm probably not even going to touch Grow Home or any of these other things. And if I switch back to my PS3 for anything other than Guilty Gear, I check out this Twisted Metal. I'm definitely going to download it because you never know.
Yeah,
right?
you never know. One thing I'd have to point out, I was watching some trailers for the Super Time Ultra Force. I was like, is that like Journey skins? Like, there's actually, like, you can I guess, customize your character to a certain extent or put on costumes, and there was, like, a Journey skin for one of the characters. I was like,
no, what it is that they have a bunch of different characters you can unlock, right?
Oh, so it's his character unlock.
Yeah, you can unlock the Journey character. You can unlock, what's his name? The president of Sony, oh god, I forget his name, but you can unlock the president of Sony as well. He's playable. I think he uses like a Vita or something like that to attack people. So he's like the only.
Amazing.
So that's one person that uses. Oh crap! That joke. There was a better joke in there.
There was, but we'll have to try
Moving
on. All right, so I guess we're wanting to talk about Rainbow Six.
One sec. The games.
The games with gold. Yeah.
Yeah, the games with gold. For the Xbox One, we have this game called The Deer God, which I've never heard of. And Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which is actually a really cool edition. I mean, it's not an indie game,
Well, the Definitive Edition comes with all the DLC. So if you like the multiplayer in the new Tomb Raider, then you're gonna have a blast. It comes with a little bit of extra stuff for the single player. I actually really liked the new Tomb Raider. I thought the new Tomb Raider was great. So that's a pretty solid game for Games with Gold.
Yeah, and then Battle Station specific for the Xbox 360 and Crysis 3. Funny little notes, because on the website they've got the cover art for all the games, right? And the Tomb Raider cover art is right above the Crysis 3 cover art,
right?
And they are literally identical. Outside of the fact that it's a woman on one and it's a roided up man on the other, it's like literally identical. The arrow, the bow arrow.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd thing. Yeah. It's kind of an odd thing. I thought that the original art for the Tomb Raider game was way better than the Definitive Edition one. Because the Definitive Edition one is just a zoomed up shot of her with the bow, and the other one was more her standing in the middle of like a drenched cliffside, and there's danger everywhere and shit like that. I thought that one was way better. I don't know.
That's generic.
well, it was cooler. I
I
don't
mean, no. I'm agreeing. I'm saying it was way less generic
know.
because, like I said, look at this box art and it's exactly like.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
whatever. It's not a bad month for PlayStation Plus and Xbox and games with gold. A lot of people are unimpressed with the PlayStation Plus lineup. I can't completely blame them. I mean, they're like, for God's sake, when are we gonna start getting the good stuff? Because I mean,
Yeah. Well, I kind of like looked at it and it was like some people were commenting like guys, calm the f down. Like, do you really think they're gonna give us like Metal Gear Solid 5 to vote for? Like,
well, I mean, I don't
like,
think
but
anyone
some
expects.
people were expecting that. They were expecting something way too high. But I agree with you in the sense that maybe we could have gotten a little less indie.
I mean, Killzone. I mean, at some point, Killzone is over a year old at this point, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Killzone, maybe what's the other one called? Infamous, maybe
Infamous.
Infamous, maybe Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
Definitive Edition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
some of this maybe Battlefield 4. All these are older. A couple more of the launch games at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because yeah, I'm looking at the YouTube video and there's a lot more dislikes than likes on this video. I feel like people are really starting to get tired. So
Yeah.
but yeah, moving on. Rainbow Six Siege delayed till December.
Sigh.
So I was kind of looking forward to this game. I can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of looking forward to getting it in October. So it getting delayed till December is a little disappointing. The beta is still going down next month though, so that's good. And it gives them time to potentially add any bugs that are found to fix any bugs that are found in the beta before the
Right.
game's launch. I doubt that's what they'll do
Because
because
it's
this is Ubisoft we're
Ubisoft.
talking about.
Yeah.
But at least that option is there.
Yeah, I mean, like, it could have been a lot worse. At least we're still getting it this year, but I guess in some ways it's a blessing and a curse because October and September are going to be a fucking packed month for games.
I mean, September isn't too bad, but yeah, October is crazy.
Well, like, yeah, September might not be that bad, but I'm thinking, like, just overall, like Metal Gear Solid 5's coming out soon, then we're going to have Fallout, and it's going to be,
Yeah.
tons of games are coming out all at once. So it could be a kind of a good and bad thing, but I was a little bit surprised by the delay. But hopefully this does give them more time to fix stuff. Doubt it, but one can hope. One can hope.
The other thing is that it does help Ubisoft out because Rainbow Six Siege was originally coming out on the 13th of October, and then Assassin's Creed was coming out on the 23rd of October. So
Okay.
it spreads their releases out. Yeah, because September isn't too crazy. It's really only Metal Gear Solid 5 that's coming this month to be
Yeah.
next month to be honest. But December is dead. There's nothing big off the top of my head anyway that's coming out in December. So it's gonna be just this. So there is that.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout, Black Ops, and Battlefront are all coming out in November, and
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
So this spreads things out a little bit more for everyone. Honestly, I'm probably only getting because I lost my job. I'm probably only getting Fallout 4 this Christmas.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, it gives them more time to work on the game, which is always good. I mean, as much as delays suck, considering this is Ubisoft we're talking about, and they've made sort of a reputation out of releasing broken games in recent times. I applaud them for delaying
Yeah.
delaying the game because if it's not ready.
Yeah. That's the biggest worry, and so let's just hope that it comes out good. Moving on, we got Itre, which is a cool indie game. Very sick style, pixel art, but kind of different.
Yeah. It harkens. When I saw this game, I've really been wanting to talk about this game on the podcast for a very very long time, but I always forget to add it to the list. So I saw some gameplay at Gamescom, and I was like, you know what, it's about time. I want to get your opinion on this game because it's I mean it wears its Dark Souls inspirations on its sleeve. It does not
Oh.
hide the fact that it is inspired by Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, I was looking at some of the gameplay footage and I was like, those are the exact same colors for the health bar and stamina bar from Dark Souls, like to a T. Like not even subtly different at all. But I really kind of like it. I like that it's a pixel art game that is it's got a darker atmosphere to
Yeah.
it. Because I always am intrigued by those types of games. Because obviously a lot of pixel art games are really bright and colorful, which is not bad at all. It's just that you see a lot of them for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, one thing I wanted to use this game as a jumping off point to talk about, something I wanted to talk about around E3,
Mm-hmm.
but we were so busy talking about all this other shit that we didn't really.
Yeah, there was a lot to talk about at E3.
There was a lot to talk about at E3. So this is one thing that this game reminded me of that I wanted to talk about at E3, and that's the rise of the female protagonist. Because if you think about it, at E3, okay, we had Recore, we had oh god. Horizon. There we go. Horizon Zero Dawn. They added a female protagonist to Dishonored. We have Mirror's Edge coming back. We have Tomb Raider was on display there, and they're adding female teams to FIFA. That's off the top of my head. That's all I can think of. But I'm sure there's something that I'm missing. I mean, we had that Alien Isolation game come out this year.
Yeah,
There have been a lot of games featuring female protagonists, and not like. I mean, and it's. There've been a lot of games featuring female protagonists, and it's a wide variety of female protagonists. Because I mean, you have your Bayonetta, who's like overly sexualized, but I mean, it's cool. I love Bayonetta, so I'm not trying to.
I mean, she's weird. She's weird. That's one of the draw. I find
Yeah. I mean, it's part of that game's charm, right? But then you have your more serious protagonists like Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, and then you've got new IPs with female protagonists. We haven't seen that. I mean, we don't see that a lot. And at E3 this year, we had two new IPs, a whole two new IPs with female.
Sweet Jesus.
with female protagonists.
I guess when we say it like that, it's kind of.
I didn't realize how ridiculous. I said it and then I realized how ridiculous it sounded.
Well,
but
here's my 2 cents on it. I think it's great because I always love seeing badass women that kick ass. Like I always find that's awesome. Like I don't know. I think it's an awesome thing. I think it has to do with a couple different things. It may have to do that in general, really strong female protagonists are becoming really popular. Like I'm not just in video games. I'm thinking like outside of video games as well, like Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking stuff like that. I just think the general public. Wow, that was a flub. The general public has definitely gotten a more interest in these kinds of characters, and they're becoming way more popular than they used to be. And just I think the video game industry as a whole has become a lot more bigger and more accepted by a lot of different people, so it's less male oriented. I mean, like it's still unfortunately the video game industry is still kind of male oriented, but it is expanding a lot more than where it started. So I think that is another reason why we're seeing this, and I'm just happy to see it because a lot of these characters are really decent and interesting and well written, way better written than some of the male protagonists.
Yeah, no, I definitely think you hit the nail on the head. Is that like video game developers have started to realize that there are more people who play video games than just 16, 17-year-old boys. Like there's a wider variety of the people who buy video games has changed. It's not like, I mean, for God's sake, if you remember, one of the first, I think the first female protagonist in a video game is Samus. And they had to hide the fact that she was a woman until the very end of the game.
Yeah, which blew a lot of people's minds at the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, they had to hide the fact that she was a woman to sell the game. And look how far we've come. I mean, we still have a long way to go, but, you do have to take a step back and appreciate how far. I mean, even Assassin's Creed, you can play as two different characters. They haven't done a very good job of showing this, but you can play as two different characters. There's the main character, there's the dude that's on the box art, and then there's his sister who's on the side. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
The video, I mean, but what the reason why I really wanted to comment on this was that a little while back I commented on the fact that indie games feature a wide variety of different types of protagonists. You know, it's
Yes.
not just your standard burly ex military
Generic
dude
white
with
guy.
the
Yeah.
bulky ass neck and shit like that, right? You know, you have
Right.
a bunch of different female protagonists, and then E3 came along and it was like, oh wow, it's not just in indie games anymore.
Hmm.
This is I can get behind this.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. And I like this. I like just seeing just it evolve into something even better. But yeah,
Yeah.
just hope to see more in the future for sure.
Uh-huh.
But next, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. So this was an interesting topic. They had to kind of reiterate something that people were getting confused by. Like people thought all boss fights in the game were just talking. Like
People thought you could talk to avoid boss
yeah,
fights.
well that's what I mean. Every single boss fight you could do talking it with, essentially.
Yeah.
And basically, to re-explain this, they said, no. There's two types of, you could say, quote unquote, boss fights. There's debates in which you have to do like a conversation with a character, and you can gain information or sort of win it depending on which dialogue options you choose. And then there's going to be more boss fights that are like you're fighting like a leader with your gun, and you have to use more action approach
Yeah.
to the boss fight. And this is more, and this never really confused me, but I can understand how people who don't know a lot about Deus Ex or could be generally confused. Because in Deus Ex, the director's cut, they did a better job of doing this, is where there were situations where it's like, all right, convince this guy to not shoot the hostage. That's quote unquote a dialogue boss fight.
Okay.
Or there's one where a guy is going to shoot himself and he's got a lot of valuable information. Stop him from shooting himself, quote unquote dialogue boss fight. And with the regular boss fights, a lot of them were more just kind of like the boss is going to charge at you and you're going to have to shoot him with your gun.
Okay.
But they
Okay.
have reiterated that in the new Deus Ex, and what they did with the director's cut is that the boss fights in Deus Ex, the first version, were shit. Like they were hot trash compared to what you could do in the actual game, because in the actual game there's so many different ways you could encounter every situation, and then when you got to the boss fights, it's like all I can do is shoot him. That's all you can do. But they fixed that in the director's cut, in which like there's a boss, the first boss in the game, that originally all you could do was shoot him. Now you can run away from him, sneak through the vents, and he'll lose track of you and try and find you. And you
Okay.
can hack turrets in the room where you're fighting the boss and have the turrets kill him. So you don't even have to pull the trigger.
Oh, that's nice.
So they're apparently that's sort of like how they're gonna try and do boss fights, or the action boss fights in this game, for Deus Ex 2. So I'm glad to hear that. But what are your thoughts on it so far?
Yeah, I just like the article was just so funny because they just kept reiterating. He's like, so you can't talk your way out of boss fights. He's like, no. Okay, cool. Talk. He's like, okay, let me get this straight. So you can't talk your way out of boss fights? He's like, no. Like I think the dude was starting to get tired of answering the same question over and over again. But yeah, I never played the original Deus Ex. But I did hear that the boss fights in that game was shit because yeah, they were shit if you decided to go a route that wasn't combat oriented.
Yeah.
If you wanted to play like stealthy or something like that, you were screwed. So they're like that now that they recognize that, and they're going to make it such that there's during the actual boss fights there's going to be a way. No matter how you built your character, you will have ways to deal with that boss. One of those ways is not discussion. Okay, cool. I do like the direction they're going with this game. I watched a couple gameplay videos at E3 and at Gamescom, and some of the new abilities that
Adam Jensen.
Adam Jensen has are pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. And yeah, I'm excited because yeah, I found it really disappointing that they would build. It's always disappointing when you have a game where you build a game and you create a world where you have so many options, and then at certain points in the game you take away all those options, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really disappointing because you've gotten used to just being able to think. You're just if you think it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, no, you
Yeah.
can't.
It was really bizarre because I thought the level designs in that game were absolutely fantastic. Just exploring the levels, like going through different nooks and crannies, finding like secret weapons and stuff like that. Like there's like in the first level of the director's cut in the quick look, like you can go through the main path or you can go down this hidden path and find a silent sniper rifle. Like it's amazing. And you get that like 10 minutes in the beginning of the game, but you only get 2 shots. So I love the regular level design. So it was so bizarre to see. All right, this design is so great. Why the fuck are the boss fights so shit? Like it was just really bizarre. But I'm really glad that they're clearly improving this. So yeah, just really excited. This game I really hope kicks ass and looking like it's gonna do so. But next on our list, Street Fighter 5 R Mika.
Oh my god,
Oh,
I'm actually so excited. Okay, so
yeah.
check it.
All right.
Armika, she's an alpha character. She appeared in I think Alpha 3. She's only appeared in one video game, but she was a fan favorite. Gosh, I wonder why.
She's very voluptuous.
So like Ono had been teasing like every single time a new version of Street Fighter 4 was coming out, people were like, "Is Armika gonna be in it? Is Armika gonna be in it?" And she never made it in. So like eventually I was like, "Okay, cool, Armika's never gonna make it in." And then I just wake up this morning, I go on N for G, and bam, Armika, Street Fighter 5. I was like, "Damn, didn't see that coming."
Yeah, geez.
But all things aside, she actually looks like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because like for me, when the whole Armika stuff for Street Fighter 4 was happening, I was like, I want like at first I joined in the excitement. I was like, Armika, and I was like, what, she'll probably come in and I won't even play her because I looked up some alpha footage of her and she didn't look that cool in alpha. But oh my god, she actually looks so much fun in this game. So like first of all, I gotta get one thing out of the way. Her V reversal is a stone cold stunner. Her V reversal is a stone cold stunner. Like at that moment, I was sold. I was like, I'm playing this character. I don't care how good she is. I'm gonna try this character out at least. But then her V trigger, her V skill, she picks up a mic and she starts giving a monologue, to pump the crowd up.
Yeah.
And the longer she gives the monologue, the stronger her like throws become, right?
Right.
She gets one hit of armor during the monologue, and she can cancel it and like toss the mic at the opponent. So I don't know, like depending on
it's a very wrestler kind of theme to her character, which I like a lot.
Yeah, I know, right? But depending on how quickly the startup of her V skill is and how quick the recovery is, you can actually okay, calm down for us.
You can do it.
I'm going to experiment at the very least with the idea of using it to gain the armor and see if there's any uses that you can do with that in the middle of a match. Like use the armor to get through a move and then cancel it and do like a command grab or something like that. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out. Her V trigger. There we go. Her V trigger is where things get really interesting. She can call her tag team partner. Depending on what input is used, she can call her tag team partner and Shorty can come in and do different moves depending on the input you use. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this works. If it's like while you are in her V trigger, you can keep calling her tag team partner, or if you activate her V trigger and you get like you get like 1 or 2 calls or something like that. I'm not sure how that's gonna play out, but I do know that she can call an assist, a quote unquote assist. Yeah, and she can pick when she calls it because if you watch the trailer, she activates her V trigger and then she waits. She waits for a few seconds. She blocks a few attacks, and then she calls in, and the shorty gives Vega a drop kick, and then she body slams Vega. But yeah, overall, man, I really like her design. She actually looks. I really like her gameplay design. She actually looks really
like her costume is just super ridiculous. I know, Cammy's kind of like in a swimsuit, but for God's sakes,
it's funny because like Cammy's in a swimsuit, but I don't know, like Cammy's doesn't look as ridiculous as hers because hers it's just over the top ridiculous, and that has super seriously that I'm looking at the video right now, and the YouTube comment, one of the highest rated comments on the video is, "How are we supposed to play with one hand, Capcom?"
Oh, that's amazing. That's
And like
amazing.
I'm like it's ridiculous. It's
Uh,
but it's whatever. She actually looks like a lot of fun. She doesn't just I mean because I was worried. One of the reasons why I was worried about the inclusion of our Mika was because I was worried that she'd just be a fan service character.
yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
she'd be like the kind of character you play for like the first week and then when people actually want to get serious with the game, no one's playing for
Yeah,
them.
you drop her and go to someone else. Yeah.
But at the very least, she might not even be good, but she does look like she's going to be fun, and and she's unique. So like I said, I'm going to try her out. At the very least, I'm going to
Yeah.
try her out. She's going to be at PAX, which is this weekend. So if anybody that's listening to this show, wait, by the time this podcast launches, PAX will be over. So scratch that. She's going to be at PAX. Hopefully we're going to get more we're gonna get a better idea of how she plays and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But overall, man, I'm really excited. Sorry, I've been blabbering. What do you have to say about
Well,
our
like I said, I really like her wrestling theme. Overall, I think she's kind of an interesting character, and I like the fact that I just like the fact that she stands out with that theme in general. Because I like the diversity of the cast that they're showing so far in Street Fighter V, whereas I felt like some of the cast like got a little less interesting in Street Fighter 4. At least some of them. I don't know, just for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested so far, and like I said, I feel like most of the characters that they've shown so far for this game are fantastic. So just want to see more. But yeah, that's basically my 2 cents. But yeah, so next on our list, MGS5 glowing reviews. So yeah, this was a big surprise, you know. Yeah, so I'm super excited for this game already, and to see that it seems like a lot of people are liking it so far. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. And like from what I played from Ground Zeroes, and I really actually liked the gameplay in Ground Zeroes. So I'm just even more excited to hear that the full game is super awesome. But yeah, just really hyped for this. What are your thoughts on MGS5 so far?
Well, no surprises here. I watched the gameplay and the game just looked like it gave you so many options for
Mm-hmm.
every single situation, and then apparently like it's that's actually the case with the final game. Really, there's really not much I can say about this that hasn't already been said.
Yeah.
The game looks amazing. Apparently, the story isn't as exposition heavy, which some people would look at as a downer. But I love it. I love the fact that I don't have to sit through 4-hour cutscenes anymore.
You know, like, and it's basically here's the deal. Like for me, I feel stories are always better when they can say stuff without words.
Yes,
And,
show, don't tell.
Yeah, show don't tell, and that's always been something that MGS has had trouble with sometimes, especially with 4. Dear merciful God, Patriots. But yeah, I'm really glad to hear all these good things. I will definitely be picking it up when it releases, and I will probably give some more info on how I feel the game is once I got my hands on it. But yeah, let's just move on to the next thing. With a bit of surprise, though, Until Dawn gets some pretty damn good reviews.
Yeah, this caught me off guard. This actually caught me off guard because I mean, if you remember, I went on this really big rant last week about how Sony are just releasing absolutely nothing or shit and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then literally a few days later, I go on N4G and yeah, Until Dawn, it's got like a 79 on Metacritic. Considering I expected it to have like a 49 on Metacritic, this is quite the pleasant surprise. I mean, these are the kind of games that I've these are the kind of games that made me pick a PS4 over an Xbox One. Because I had an Xbox 360 last generation, and Gears of War was awesome. Fable, no, not so much. But Gears of War was awesome. Wow, that's like the only.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Halo was pretty good. I liked Halo.
Yeah, there we go. Halo was pretty good, but like, there were, it was an FPS, a third-person shooter. It was basic. It was straightforward shit. But then I'd look over the fence and I'd see, like your Little Big Planets, your Heavy Rains, your Mod Nation Racers, your your Puppeteers, all those unique type of games, that you could only get on PlayStation at the time anyway, right? Which is why when it was the Xbox One or the PS4, I was like, you know what, I'll get the PS4 because of these types of games. So which is one of the things that fueled my disappointment with Sony, that so far there really hasn't been anything like that. And then a couple of days later, it's like, well, now there is. Apparently, it's really cool because you can have everyone survive or you can have everyone die. Your decisions actually affects the outcome, and it's not just binary. Because like what worried me about the game when I saw the gameplay at I think the PlayStation Experience last year was that it seemed like it was just binary decisions. It was just binary quick time events: go left or go right, do this or do that.
Because I actually sat down and watched a crap ton of gameplay footage, and I could tell certain things that are really awesome about the game, and I think this is why I think it's doing really well. Well, one is like, there's way more than just the binary decisions. When you're playing as a particular character, you actually open up the start menu and you have all the relationships with different characters. It made me think of S-Links from Persona, actually. And you have your character's personality, which is like, you have different charts as well: brave, courageous, and whatnot. And when you start the game, you're at set points, and depending on what decisions you make with this character, their bravery might go down or their bravery might go up. Their romantic meter might go down or their romantic meter might go up, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that I found really, really interesting, and it makes it so that the more decisions that you make with the characters, it slightly affects like the options or how they react to certain situations later on in the story, which I think is super, super cool. Also, it's got a bit of the really the cool aspect from Shattered Memories, which is a Silent Hill game, which is a really cool Silent Hill game in which it cuts every once in a while to a psychiatrist or an analyst, and he'll go, so what do you see in this picture? Or he'll be like, okay, what scares you most, clowns or scarecrows? And when you're doing these sort of psychology tests, it is actually affecting what you're going to be facing in the game.
Oh.
So it's like, clowns scare the shit out of me. Well, now you're going to be fighting a serial killer that has a clown face. If scarecrows scare the shit out of you, then you're going to have more scarecrow-themed killer and whatnot. And I really like that aspect to it. And the other thing that I will say this is that it gives me a very cabin in the woods kind of feel, where it doesn't have like a completely serious tone, but it knows what it is. It's kind of like it's typical teen horror.
Yeah.
And that I like about it because it doesn't take itself seriously, unlike a Quantum Dream game, which is like the Beyond Two Souls, which I think is hot trash. So that's good. So it knows what it wants to be, and it's not trying to be something completely stupid.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I think gives it another edge is that it's got really solid graphics, and it runs pretty well, unlike a Telltale game, which can run really well and then also run really badly. So I think that might be a couple different reasons why it's getting pretty solid reviews, but from what I've seen so far, it's actually kind of weirdly engaging, which is so bizarre because when I looked at it, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be engaged that much by it, but from what I was watching, I was like, wow, this is actually paced pretty well, and this is really surprising. I thought this game was going to be kind of trashy too.
I thought it'd be hot trash, and apparently it seems like kind of game that actually be fun with like friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm so shocked right now, Tanner. You don't understand. I did not see this coming.
Yeah. Like I'm full on like I might actually pick this game up because it seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up on like when it's on like.
Well, yeah, for sure. But yeah, because it was probably still like a $60, $70. Oh God, prices. Why? But yeah, really surprised. Wow, color me surprised, man. But now I've got to talk about the part that I'm super excited for, and you're gonna be crying. XCOM 2, the Welcome to the Avenger trailer. Oh, this trailer was so good.
It looks so good. It looks so good. So can I go first?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. So first things first. Spoiler alerts. Shen is dead. Oh no.
Dr. Shen. He passed away
Shen
or got killed by aliens.
Yeah, so apparently, one thing we get a little bit more insight into the story. Apparently, we're still playing the same commander from the first game.
Yeah.
But after the XCOM thingy fell apart in the first game, he got captured and he'd been in aliens captivity this whole time. So what happens is that they launch an operation to save him, and And now they're welcoming him back, and like, okay, so this is how bad things are. Like, if there's one thing that this trailer will inform you about, is that things are really bad right now.
Right.
But overall, it looked really cool, man. Like, the bit, like the engineering and the research stuff, it still seems like same old, same old. That chick from the first game isn't around either.
Yeah, she's gone. Miss, I'm not sure. They haven't really mentioned what happened to her. She could be dead as well.
So maybe they're like me and they just hated her and they don't care that she's dead.
Yeah, I had a feeling that as soon as I watched the trailer, oh look, she's gone. Fawaz is probably doing a happy dance right now.
Yeah, but one like the research and the stuff that looks, it looked like your standard shit. But like the soldiers, the amount of customization in the soldiers was insane. The skills, it's still binary, so it's still one or the other. Hopefully they actually give us a bunch of like they give us skills that are equally good, because in the old game there was one issue I had with the old game was that there was really only one way to build certain characters. Like, you always picked squad sight with your sniper.
Right.
Because like the other ability, I can't remember what it was just not as good as squad sight. You always picked the rocket launcher with no. You always picked the extra rockets.
Yeah.
with your demolition expert. Hopefully they give us more variety here.
That's something I wanted to specifically talk about, that they didn't clearly state in the trailer. I watched the Twitch stream, so they kind of explained it better there. There are 4 classes. It's the Grenadier class, the Ranger class, the Sharpshooter class, and the Specialist class. And each class kind of has 2 different trees. It's not just go down and it's like, oh, I'm going to pick the extra rocket launcher or holo targeting. It's like, this side of your skill tree is more towards being a field medic. So that's more Healy kind of stuff. And then the other side for the specialist tree was hacker. So if you want to be more of a hacker kind of engineer class, then this is the tree to go down. And you can kind of pick from both trees if you want. But the guy said there may be situations in which you want to just go full field medic or go full hacker. So I really like this new system because it's kind of giving you 8 classes in a weird way. But overall, it looks really, really good. But keep going.
Okay. Yeah. So then they showed the actual visual customization that you can do with the character.
Oh, yeah.
You can customize their weapon. Wait, first of all, you can upgrade their weapons. You can add sights to the shotgun and stuff like that. You can customize how the weapon looks. You can add scars. Then you can customize the character's personalities.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it'll affect the kind of stuff that they say when they kill aliens and stuff like that. And overall, man, I'm really excited for this game.
Yeah, there are just a couple other things I do want to say just to point out that are really, really awesome. One, I like the fact that the main base is actually a repurposed alien ship. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I also like the fact, this is something else that they didn't really say clearly in the trailer, but engineers and researchers. Now, in XCOM 1, it was like a number. You would have like 36 engineers or 36 researchers, right? And it would affect the speed of your particular projects, right?
Okay.
Well, in XCOM 2, you pick and choose where these engineers actually go. So it's like, I want this engineer to go and increase the productivity of healing mods or something like that. You send him over to there. But by doing that, you're having less people working on the construction of like a radio tower or something like that. So it's interesting in a sense. Now it's like you pick and choose the productivity of projects, not just overall projects.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's really, really cool. And you actually get to customize your engineers, like, visually.
Really?
Yeah. So you can go in, it's like, I want an engineer with super long hair and a beard. Bam. Done. So that's really awesome. The other thing that I really like is they're doing experimental research, which is a new thing that they're doing. So in XCOM 1, you could pick a research like, in research guns, alien guns, and you get a new gun, right?
Yeah.
But in XCOM 2, there's going to be research options that you get different results each time. So you might go, I want to put my resources towards experimental ammo. And then after like 10 days, you get freeze rounds. But if you do it in a different playthrough, you might get like poison rounds or something like that. So
Okay.
what it does is that it kind of makes the player have to kind of adapt to what resources they get, which I like a lot, because in XCOM 1 I found that it's like there were very particular research options that you would go for immediately, and other ones that you would kind of like just leave on the on the floor essentially.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I like this a lot. Like I think
Yeah.
and then the only other thing that I think is really, really cool, because my friend complained about this a lot. So you're building, instead of in XCOM 1, it was like the entire world is on your side and it's about keeping them on your side, because panic is increasing and people want to leave, and you're basically holding the line in XCOM 1. Whereas in XCOM 2, you're starting with only like one small base and you have to expand from there. So you go to different places like Europe or like North Africa or Russia and stuff like that, and you
Yeah.
expand your group. And the cool thing about that is that while you're also expanding, the alien force is expanding as well. And in XCOM 1, you could pick certain missions like, okay, if I do this mission, I'm going to get 200 money. Or if I do this mission, I get a sick captain, right? Well, not only do you get that, but you also get the ability to sabotage certain things. Like, if I do this mission, not only do I get $200, but I might be able to sabotage the alien threat upgrading its armor. Or if I do this mission, I can sabotage an alien ship that might attack my HQ and deal some damage to it.
Okay.
So it basically allows you to kind of counter-react the AI to a certain extent. Like, I really don't want them to have armor. I'm definitely doing this mission, which is something that my friend complained about, because there were certain things that he would have to play a certain way so that the aliens wouldn't get upgraded. Because if you advance the story in XCOM 1, the aliens get upgraded faster. And
Yeah.
you get really fucked if you're playing on like impossible mode or something like that. So,
Yeah.
like I said, like there were so many things from this trailer that they showed. It was fantastic, and like I said, I'm super excited for this game. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, same here. Completely agree.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It looks amazing. I've got nothing else to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it comes out in a spectacular. And don't worry, Fawaz, I'll be picking it up, so you'll get to play it. So
Oh my
don't
God.
feel so sad.
I do feel very sad.
Aw. But anyway, on that high note, we're gonna have to wrap things up. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you leave a comment in the comment section, we'll make sure to answer it in the next podcast. And as always, this was William Liberty, and
Was Muhammad Yusuf.
we'll see you guys next time. Take care.